Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good example of a big team win. Starting this afternoon, getting the news that Ahmed has to get dropped out. I don't know who noticed, but then Patrick Yazbek is sick. He has to leave in the middle, right at halftime. And a lot of guys' numbers were called tonight, like we talked about their first time, and made big contributions. So I think when we talk about team wins, getting off to the best start in club history, it's a really nice. I would say this game embodies what we're trying to build, and to earn the best start in club history with this way, and the contributions from a lot of guys across the team is a really rewarding feeling for the group.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start with Ben.
BJ, I'm curious. It felt like, I don't know if something changed at halftime, but it felt like you guys came out in the second half and were able to find more space, especially in the final third, and really start creating some more dangerous chances. Did you say anything at halftime or make any tweaks at halftime, or do you think it was just growing into the game?
I mean, I think for us it was Montreal's a really well-coached team, and they present unique challenges, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's very man-oriented, so it's not something that you're used to. So it took us a little while to sort of, I think, figure out, how much time we were going to have on the ball, where the spaces were going to be, and getting our positioning right. We were able to make a small change at halftime where I think, we were able to put one player deep and build and move another player high with Gaston sort of up underneath the forwards with Hani, knowing that we were probably going to have to play a little bit more direct and trying to get some support underneath there, also potentially drag players away to give us a little bit more time in the build-up. And I thought that was, Eddie and Gaston were able to get on the ball a little bit more. And then you could see, I think the goal from Alex is kind of what you have to do versus the man-to-man is create a combination between two people and get on the right side of your defender. And, we're able to play the ball into Sam. Sam flicks it around the corner to Alex, and he's able to get in. So really a credit to the guys to just sticking with it. It's not easy, but not getting frustrated and really sticking with each other and sticking to and believing that we can get it.
We'll go to Jacob, then Valera and Flavio.
BJ, I guess with tonight's second goal, Josh Bauer heading in off a set piece, I was kind of wondering how you would evaluate this team's performance off of set pieces, corner kicks over the first 5 games of the season.
Yeah, I would say we're really happy with where we're going. I mean, obviously, you want more goals from set pieces, but when you look at sort of the underlying numbers to first contacts and sort of things that we're able to create, it's a huge emphasis that we've put on the team. Assistant coach John Bayo on the attacking side, Danny Sapero on the defending side have gone to great, depth into what we're trying to, into what we're doing each week. And tonight you get rewarded as a team with a set piece goal, but I think we've had a lot of really good opportunities. Even you can see even one of the last plays of the game with Walker on the back post. So it's an area that we think is a strength of ours due to our personnel, and it's an area that we put a lot of focus on.
I know the goals are the most important thing, but if you just look outside of the goals, the performance, what is your evaluation of the performance? And from my end, it didn't look like you played your best soccer this season, but you still got the wins. How important is that?
Yeah, goals are important. Shutouts are also important, and to have that combination of both shows again the team performance. When we talk about if we're for us, the challenge is that it's being man to man. It's always going to be difficult. The game is going to be difficult to sort of create long passages of play and long build up sequences. It's about winning your individual battle, winning your individual duel, and kind of working in 2s and 3s. So for us, I thought we found moments to do that. Once we were able to open it up and get that first goal, we got on the ball more. So again, I'm just really, really proud of the group, really proud of the players that, next man up mentality get kind of step up. And, a couple of them haven't played even near 90 minutes and go out and play 90 minutes. So it shows the work that they're putting in each week that, maybe goes a little unnoticed until they come out here in front of the great fans at Geodis. But, just a tremendous effort across the board from everybody in the group.
BJ, you just mentioned some of it, but 3-0 game, third win in a row, 2 at home, all of that. How do you tell about? I want you to answer about Brogman, Bauer, Jonathan Perez coming in after not having just about any minutes, some of them. play almost all of them 90 minutes in great shape. How do you feel as a coach when you see stuff like that happening, and that you get 3 guys that are your starters for three or 4 games, and then you bring 3 new guys and you get this kind of performance?
Yeah, I mean, this is the environment that we're creating, and I think it's just a great testament to the professionalism of those 3 players that you mentioned. Is, you know, they don't know when their number is going to get called. Johnny found out at 5:45 this evening that he's starting and playing. So, you know, just a tremendous level of professionalism the whole group has. They're always prepared, and just the way that they, you know, prepare daily for when your opportunity comes. And you saw guys make the most of their opportunity and make big contributions to all of these, you know, team firsts, the things that we're talking about. You know, everyone's playing a big role in that.
How would you evaluate Gaston's performance in his first start with the club, and how crucial is he to helping shape the way your team wants to play moving forward?
Yeah, I thought it took a little bit for Gaston to get his legs underneath of him, you know, and then I think you saw the quality kind of come out. He's able to control the tempo. He's very comfortable under pressure, and his ability to attract the pressure and attract the opponent, especially in sort of the way that they were defending, open space and time for others. And so so I think once he got his legs kind of underneath him and got up to the speed of the game, he makes a good impact. And then not to discount some of the defensive work he does. He's not maybe a player that puts in really, you know, powerful tackles, but he's very skilled at poking the ball away and basically, you know, I would say, you know, disrupting the opponent, blocking passes. So again, another player who's embodying this everybody attacks, everybody defends mentality, and he's going to be an important piece, just like, you know, all of the other guys that have been called on, and there's going to be more guys that are going to be called on as the season goes on.
One more. BJ, you kind of already mentioned it about the importance of guys like Gaston Brugman, Jonathan Perez, but I guess when it comes to quality minutes with those type of guys throughout the season, how important that is for the rest of the season, that is?
Yeah, you want the experience underneath your, you know, in your legs and in the mind. You want to feel the pressure. You want to feel the fatigue. All of those things that go into a game. And so, you know, all of these little experiences, all of these little firsts that we're having, are just things to continue to build on. We've got a long season ahead of us. A lot of people are going to be asked to contribute. And again, all of these little moments that we're having are just going to continue to give us a stronger, deeper team as we push through the coming months.
Someone go over there. Ben, last question. You go ahead.
We've talked a lot about just kind of goal scoring and improved attacking performances, but just 3 goals allowed so far this year. Nashville's kind of always been known for being a defensively solid team. Just how pleased are you with that side of the game?
Yeah, really pleased. I mean, I think it is part of the identity that's here, and it's something that's really good. It's really strong, and it's something that we want to continue to build upon, and being able to do it in different ways, whether it's, you know, sitting in the mid block, stepping up and high pressing, just being adaptable in the way that we build pressure and the way that we, you know, try to force balls in certain areas. And at the end of it, it's just having individual defending. I mean, you see a big play towards, you know, maybe the middle of the second half where they kind of get in on the our right side down there, left side, and Josh comes across, slides, and then who's making a block is Johnny down inside the penalty box. So again, there's the tactical side of both attacking and defending, and then there's just the individual commitment. And what you see there is what we're seeing tonight, and what we've seen over the last couple of weeks is just a lot of guys just committed to both sides of the ball, and they're being rewarded for it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. We'll go back with Josh Bauer.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I mean, great performance from the team. A bit of a grind in the first half, you know, going to halftime 0-0 and make adjustments. And, you know, we feel good about ourselves, but at the same time, we're a little frustrated. So great to persevere. And, you know, I think that's just a testament to our team and how we work. no matter what gets thrown at us, we're always going to keep fighting till the end. And, obviously got the first one, and then the next two came very quickly. Great feeling, great to start 3-1-1, best start in club history. Can't ask for much more than that. And then, right spot, right time for me. It was a great delivery from Hani. Walker with a perfect flick, and my job was pretty easy, just stand there and tap it in with the head. I think, we worked pretty hard on set pieces. We knew that was a area of weakness for them and something we could exploit. Kind of felt like we were due for a set piece goal, and just was in the cards, I guess.
Thanks, Josh. We'll go ahead and start with Ben.
Hey, Josh, you just talked about the goal a little bit there, but you've come close on some set pieces before. How did it feel to finally see the ball hit the back of the net?
I felt good. I definitely felt like I was a little overdue. I think I hit crossbar last year in Miami, and then I think another post in Philly at home. So feels great to get that first one kind of out of the way with. Special day too, my dad's birthday, so nice little birthday present for him.
Josh, we talked to BJ, and he said a lot of the players, their numbers was called, right? And maybe you're not getting starts, at least not this season, and then all of a sudden you have to start tonight. I guess, how do you view that to be ready? How do you stay ready mentally and physically for when your number is called?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, or it can be a challenge for some people. I think, being relatively early in my career, I think I've had a lot of experience, coming into games. So that's pretty easy. Now it's just a little bit different. You're coming into to start a game. And, it was kind of a natural time with Andy going away on international duty. And we always talk about next man up, next man up. We had a couple illnesses that required some changes in the starting lineup. So I think, with Johnny coming in too, it's just something we're prepared for. And, I think everyone gives full confidence to those guys that are coming in. And I definitely felt prepared and felt like I was ready for the opportunity.
Yeah, Josh, through this season now, you guys have 8 goals as a team from 7 different goal scorers, including yourself. I guess what does I guess what does that bring to the attack that you're getting goals from so many people now? And I guess how is that maybe a change from past years and past attacks you've had?
Yeah, I think in the past we've relied pretty heavily on guys to carry the goal scoring load, and what do you say, seven different goal scorers? That's great when you're getting contributions from different guys. And again, I think that's just a testament to our DNA and who we are. And anyone on this team at any given moment can hurt you. And, we all have that confidence that we are going to be in a position to score a goal. And when that moment comes, I think we're ready for it.
Josh, you mentioned some of it already, but it looks like you were kind of frustrated, the whole team, with the way that things were going in the first half. Seems like you were dominated the game, but it just was not coming to you guys. How was that conversation in the break about changing things?
I think it was positive because, like you said, we had a lot of possession. We kind of felt like we were dominating the game. They had a couple little moments. I think were a little uncharacteristic for us to give them, but on the whole, we felt like we were knocking. And I think just staying patient and trusting in the plan and staying positive. I think everyone was just saying, keep going, it's going to come. And also just the way they defend. There was a lot of man-to-man matchups, which is tough to sustain over 90 minutes. So we felt like, they were going to wear down and we were eventually going to break through, and that's what happened.
Josh, you and Andy are fairly different players when it comes to your style. How do you view your mandate on the pitch in that right back spot compared to what he's asked to do, and how did you approach that as you prepared for the task this week?
Yeah, I've definitely tried to learn a lot from Andy, especially since I've been playing a little bit more right back this year and last year. I'm naturally a center back, but I like to think I'm versatile enough to play that right back position. I think the biggest thing for me is not trying to be Andy, because Andy's quality and he can do things that I certainly can't do, and he's a great player. But at the same time, I think I can learn from him. Little things, technique, when to go narrow, when to go wide. And I think we also tailored our game plan to that, at least in the first half as well, with me kind of slotting down and almost building in a 3 as like a right center back, which is more natural for me. But, I do like to find those moments where I can get wide and get higher up the field and join the attack, and that's something I'm trying to implement more into my game. And I think, having those guys in the field to combine around, and that gives me confidence going forward, and just something to keep working on. No gritty. I had to switch it up a little bit. I knew that was going to be, people were going to be asking for it, but I got to keep you guys on your toes. So little dance, little two-step with some arm action. So keep it going. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.